Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Line gets set. First down. He'll keep it himself. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Fires one high and deep. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. And the Trojans want to move quickly. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Cameron. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Here comes the hurry up. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quick pass on the jet motion. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. To the air, it's Kane. Unloads it left. And they can't make the connection on third down. I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball is picked off.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
He's looking for a man on second down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
coming after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
No huddle here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking downfield, it's King. Getting some heat. He's going to take off. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here.
And he's got it inside the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, the hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've
all kinds of room to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Coming out with it, it's Burden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. They're bringing heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Snagged in the middle. It's Warren. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Going for the big play. Brings it in down the left side. The expressway is wide open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the offense on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Golden. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Back to pass, it's King. Trying to get to it. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to fire to the left. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wolverines! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And what a sweet dime that last pass was. The Trojans always seem to have a quarterback who can make you pay in the secondary.
And it's always a big, strong-arm guy that throws the ball over the yard, that's just good-looking. I mean, just all the things that most people aren't, but that they want to root for and cheer for because they always find that guy at that position that does great things.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. To the air, it's King. He's going to throw deep right side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They want to throw it. Finds his big tight end. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll start the return in, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Kicking team's got it.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. It'll be a draw. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USC! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication.
Got a lot of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, but just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get...
And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Trojans. And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Wants to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll throw one to his right. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
He'll try to pop the draw. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Right back to the well. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Quarterback checking off. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. At the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
He's got it down the right side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
He's going to pass. He'll take another shot here. And he makes the catch at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Let's go. Set. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Moving out of the pocket. And that one is picked off in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cameron. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's King. A little screen to the running back. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. The give to the left side. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been riding them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Here's a throw downfield late. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. It's caught. The 2-point try is good, and now it's a 3-point game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best player. So get them in matchups that you like and get them.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to throw. It's Kane. He wants a big play here late. And he makes the grab at the 20. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it, and get that clock running. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's taking the deep shot. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of